Hey, it's a wonderful day in the Ozarks. Started out this morning, it was in the low 60s. Some folks had in the 50s and low 60s. Anyhow, I'm back up here to the property. This thing here is a hunting blind. People use them for deer hunting, and normally they have an opening in the front of them. The door would be in the back. I had the guy that makes these things. It's made out of yellow pine. All of it's rough cut. The boards are an inch and an eighth, inch and a quarter inch thick. I had it made this way without any windows in it. He puts windows in it when he makes them. It's approximately 4 feet by 6 feet. And what I'm going to do with it, I've started converting it to a outhouse. There's no way I'm going to get the bathroom in the cabin done by the time Labor Day weekend gets here. I'm going to have to, up here on the top where it's open, I'll have to screen that in to keep the wasp out. I've started working on it. I'm not by any means anywhere ahead of myself or behind myself. I'm just a slowpoke for 74 years old. I work on it. I take a break, but I'm working on, and I've not built a chamber to sit on, so I'm kind of doing everything my way. As you can see, it's got some daylight coming through. The boards are starting to dry a little bit, and they're shrinking. I got one board that's got a 1/2 inch gap, so I guess I'll have to do some board and battens. But I'm making this thing 20 inches high. I think that'll be about the right size to sit on. They tell me that if you're going to use them during the winter time, get you a piece of styrofoam and cut out the opening, and the styrofoam will warm your hiney up faster than sitting in a cold outhouse. So we'll see. I'm going to try to get the excavator up here and dig right around in here someplace. Try to get me a hole at least 5 feet deep. And I got something to show you. I was out here yesterday kind of getting an idea what I wanted to do on that outhouse, and I started walking up here toward the cabin. Didn't even see this thing at first. There's a table sitting here, and I seen it, and I walked down to my neighbor's house. Adam, he's about a 1/2 mile out this logging road, and he wasn't home. Well, we got some people that live beyond Adam that Adam has a gate, and they never close it, so he comes up and closes it after they go through. And he come by the cabin here, and I said, Adam, you know anything about this table? He said, well, kinda. I said, where'd it come from? He said, well, I helped unload it. And he got one a couple months ago, and it's made out of cedar. And I said, wow, a friend of his builds them, but he didn't want to do it as a job. And he says a job you get paid for, and that means you have to work. And he's retired and he don't want to work, so he does this stuff. And he put a redwood stain on it. He didn't care for it after it was done, but I like it. It protects the wood. But let's see if I can get underneath here and get a picture underneath the table. This thing will probably seat 4 or 5 people on each side. It'd be great for Labor Day weekend. You can kind of see there the cedar, the color of the cedar, and you can see the cedar there. And I tickled to death. I told Adam when he got his, I said, ask the man would he charge me to build one? And he told Adam, when Adam asked him what I owed him, he said nothing. He said, I do it as a hobby. I enjoy working with wood, kind of like my grandson. And he says, I enjoy working with wood, and if I charged somebody, then it'd be a job and I wouldn't want to do it. So that was awful kind of him. I told Shirley I was gonna get him a gift certificate at the local steakhouse for him and his wife. It's a beautiful, solid, strong, heavy. I mean, that wood, I don't have the tape measure with me, but it looks like it's a good solid 1.5 inches, but it's all made from cedar, so it's great. And I guess I better get back to work. Working on getting the framework in. Then I'll put some of this paneling over here that's leaning up against the wall that was taken out around the outside of it. And then I'll have to, some of that paneling there, that's not really paneling, it's siding. That was left over from this build here. So I think there's enough there for me to cover the front end of it, and then I'll have to get some heavier plywood for the top of it. Anyhow, it's a wonderful day in the Ozarks. We got a nice pretty blue day, as you can see. I had the well pumping for a couple hours. I had a couple bottled waters in a 5-gallon bucket chilling, and that old water coming up must be around 50 degrees. I'll have to throw a thermometer in there one day and check it out. The high today was supposed to be 80 and low humidity, but I'm still sweating out here. Hey, you folks have a wonderful day. We're having a great day in the Ozarks. I'll try to tune in and get you some more as I get the build done on this thing. Goodbye, this is Jeff.